Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and recently, like yesterday or something like that, maybe the day before, the Rocket stuff was revealed, the Team Rocket stuff from the new expansion, The Glory of Team Rocket, which is the Japanese expansion. This will be coming in Destin Rivals May 30th internationally. Destin Rivals has it has the Marnie's and Steven stuff, which were decks in Japan, as well as Hot Wind Arena, which contains Cynthia's, Ethan's, Misty's, and Arvin's, and so those are pretty cool. Hot Wind Arena is, cool. Nothing absolutely insane. It's not like a really big set, but it's part of it's like half of our set. So that's cool, and so we have at least six trainers Pokemon, I believe, or at least seven with Rocket, Team Rocket stuff, and so that's pretty cool. That's almost twice as much as the first expansion Journey Together, which is releasing on the 25th. I wanted to release this video earlier, but there's the big news with Live, which is actually like huge news. And there's also Pocket News, which we'll be covering later, maybe tomorrow or something. But one thing related to this is that there's some cool Pokemon Center stuff. Normally, I don't really care about it, but I feel like this looks pretty cool. Some of this stuff pretty simple, and then we see like this briefcase thing. Yeah, anyways, I figured I'd mention that. But these cards are they're pretty cool and interesting. They are trainers Pokemon, so they interact with each other. And we'll start with the trainers themselves. And also they are all Team Rockets something. They do have different trainers in the corner. I'm not, super familiar with like the lore of the stuff. I don't know who all these characters are. I know Giovanni and that's it. But we have some really cool trainers here. We have Team Rocket's receiver. This is my favorite card of the ones that we've seen so far. And by the way, I'm pretty sure we're going to see more Team Rocket stuff as well, based on a card we'll look at. And based on previous release patterns. Anyways, we've seen them not revealed all at once. But anyways, you see, although it will just be in the one set, but search for Team Rocket supporter or supporter card with the Rocket in its name, reveal and put into your hand, then shuffle your deck. I looked, and if you look up a Rocket, the only card that shows up that isn't standard is Team Rocket's Handiwork, which is a supporter. Definitely playable in expanded in the control deck, but people don't really play expanded very much, and also it's not like super good. It's okay at best, okay to good. But we see three new supporters, and this is, by the way, this card's like good. We've seen versus Secret Expanded, which is kind of like this. Getting a supporter, you get it from your discard, but the idea is that you can get stuff from your discard really easily and expand it. But then you have some supporter cards here. It's also pretty similar to Tag Call. That's probably a better comparison. And so we have three Rocket supporters here. We have the first one, Team Rocket's Ariana. This one says draw until you have 5 cards in hand. Also sorry if there's any background noise. But and if all your Pokemon in play are Rocket's Pokemon, draw until you have 8 instead. Draw till 8 is good. This is the same numbers as Cynthia's Ambition. Cynthia's Ambition is okay. Not like a great supporter. A little underrated, I guess. And it's been played some. Again, it's not bad at all, but more so like a tier 2 supporter. Somewhere in that range, pretty similar to Hassel. And those draw numbers, draw till 8 is good. It's not a card that's like, if it was just draw till 8, it wouldn't be like a staple in every deck, but it would be a very strong supporter. And then draw till 5 is pretty weak. We've seen Iris's Fighting Spirit, we've seen Serena, we've seen Bianca, which is objectively better, / Karina's Focus. And so draw till 5 is bad. And this means that, you're supposed to play all the Rockets Pokemon, like just the Rockets Pokemon. We haven't seen them all, but yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Pokemon in a second, but we have Team Rocket's Archer. You can only play this if any of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, and then each player shuffles their hand into their deck, then you draw 5, your opponent draws 3. This is, it's like weaker than Roxanne, but, ideally more playable. And on top of that, it's kind of like Iono as well in some ways. Definitely like weaker than I think it's weaker than Iono even in the Rockets deck, but it is searchable, which is really good. And then you have Team Rocket's Giovanni. This is like Boss, but it's not exactly like Boss. It says switch one of your active Rockets Pokemon. With one of your benched Rockets Pokemon, or Team Rockets Pokemon. And then if you do switch, you Gust. So This is actually not. I didn't like entirely read it, so I've looked at these cards before. But you need to have both of them being Rocket's Pokemon. And then you have Team Rocket's Energy. This is a special energy. It's 2 energy, but of Darkness and Psychic, but only 2 at a time. Um, this is like Rapid Strike energy. It's like various different energies. And the reason why I'm pretty sure we're going to see more cards is none of these use Darkness Energy or a Darkness type. We've seen Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, which uses Psychic Energy, but presumably we'll have some Darkness Pokemon and probably a few more. So we've seen 4 lines. I'd expect like 2 more, maybe. That sounds about right. I could see more though. Um, and then um, these trains are like good. They're good than the Rocket stuff outside of like exclusively Rocket stuff. I don't know if they're playable because, and they're not really supposed to be. But if we see more Rocket supporters, that'd be or Team Rocket supporters, that'd be really good. Because if you could play them kind of like tag call in say like GLC format, where you have these cards as I mean you're not playing a tag team Pokemon, you're just playing and it's not a tag team deck, you're just playing as supporters, which are like decent supporters, but these aren't really usable. Team Rocket's Ariana is like kind of a usable supporter, draw till 5, but it's not strong. Then Team Rocket's Giovanni is a gust, but it's only a gust with uh if you have multiple Rockets Pokemon, one in the active and one on the bench, it's not like you can splash Rockets Pokemon in to get value out of this gust. You really need to have a decent amount. If we see a Rockets Pokemon that is splashable, I think there is some validity to this. Playing this in a not Rocket Space deck, Team Rockets Ariana only being used if you have only Rockets Pokemon. I'm just like you can't build a whole deck out of just these Rockets Pokemon particularly well. So do keep that in mind because there isn't really a draw engine here. The Pokemon are of moderate power level. I mean, we'll talk about it, but we have the Tarountula, then we have the Spidops, Team Rockets. All these are Team Rockets. The ability, once during a turn, you may attach a base energy from your discard to this Pokemon with the ability Charge Up, which is on Naganadel, I think. Oh, I'm still looking in Japanese. Um, Charging Up. I assume is this the same ability? I actually just I wanna check real quick. Same name. I think so. Yeah. I don't speak Japanese, but yeah, it looks like the same name. So presumably the same ability name there. But this allows you to get an extra energy each turn, and your attack here is for Grass Colors. It does 30 for each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. You can expand your bench with Area Zero Underdepths. Obviously, that's one Pokemon that's not Team Rockets, but then you can't use Team Rockets Ariana because there aren't any Rockets Terra Pokemon, and there almost certainly will not be. Terra Pokemon appear to be done, I think. With the trainers Pokemon to make more room for those. So it's kind of weird. At that position, you're doing 180, and it's pretty cheap if you're familiar with the Magnezone and Pocket or Magneton, I guess. It's pretty similar there where you're not really worried about the attack cost that much because it more or less pays for itself with the ability, but this isn't that strong. It's okay. It can one-shot Charizard EX, but it's not amazing here. It's not super strong. It is meant to synergize with Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, which can only attack if you have 4 or more of Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. Technically, the ability can be turned off, but I don't think there's a way for you to turn off your own ability and like attack with it. So this is obviously a bad ability. It's there to hurt you. It's 4 or more, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, it includes itself here. And then you have 3 bench. It's not that hard to do, but it is a little annoying. And obviously, meant to go with the idea of you're playing a bunch of Rockets Pokemon. All Rockets Pokemon, Team Rockets Pokemon. But the attack deletion sphere here for Psychic Color, so you will need an extra energy in addition to the Team Rockets energy, or whatever that card's called. Yeah, so you'll need an extra energy. There are ways to get it. You could do Team Rocket Spidops plus Energy Switch, and then you discard 2 energy from your bench Pokemon, 60 more for each card discarded in this way. I think that you could play this with Teal Mask Sugar Pontiacs. I don't hate that. Then you're not getting value out of Team Rocket's Ariana, which is a little annoying, but I think it's kind of like something you can kind of get by with. And technically, if you are playing Team Rocket's Ariana, then you could be using that card before you play your Teal Mask Sugar Pontiacs. But that's not amazing. You don't really want to be doing that. And then the damage 280 for 3, we'll say it's 280 for 2, plus, some stuff on your bench, kind of like Raging Bolt EX. It reminds me of Raging Bolt EX, but it's not as strong. It has more HP. 280 HP is like a lot. That's kind of absurd. This is the most we've seen on a basic, with the most we've seen on a basic and standard. We see 260 on Blood and Mercy Luna EX, which is a decent attacker. It's a really strong Pokemon. It's kind of weird, though. It's obviously just late game. And then you have Tatsugiri EX, or no, not Tatsugiri EX. Uh, the other one, which I'm forgetting from the new set, the new Japanese expansion. Let me pull it up. Dondozo, yeah, and its attack's pretty bad. They're borderline usable. Probably not. So this is an okay attacker, but it's not a super standout attacker. But the HP is really nice. You could use it just with Bravery Charm to like loop this Pokemon, by like penny looping it to stall your opponent some. I don't think that's a great use. I'd rather be using Blood and Mercy Luna EX with 20 less HP, and then being able to, actually attack better, probably, and with more options. Yes, Rocket's Mewtwo EX also is Psychic type, so it can use Lili's Clefairy EX, which is cool, I guess. At that point, probably just do Lili's Clefairy EX plus Tiamat Sogarpon EX and with some other stuff in there. That's what I do. But again, you have way less HP in that situation. So, I kind of see some value in this. You could even just play this. Oh no, you have to play it with rockets though to actually attack. You need to have 4 rockets Pokemon in play, which you can get. It's not free, but you can do. And the other rockets Pokemon, well, we'll talk about them right now. Team Rockets Meowth, nothing special, though. The Team Rockets Tarountula, oh no, yeah, Team Rockets Meowth would be the one if you just want to play a random one to power up the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. So you can actually attack with it, then you could play this. It has the most HP of the single prizes, and it's 70, it's not 80, which is good. And it can get rid of a random card in your opponent's hand, which is okay, I guess. Then we have Team Rocket's Persian EX. This one has my favorite attack, but it's not the second attack. 140 for 3 in Confusion. That seems terrible. Yeah, that just seems really bad. It's kind of like 2 with the Team Rocket's energy, but then you have the Team Rocket's Persian EX's first attack with Howdy Orders for 2 colorless, again, just like 1 energy with the Team Rocket's energy. Your opponent reveals the top 10 cards of the deck. You may choose an attack from a Pokemon you find there and use it as this attack, and then they shuffle all those cards back. So this is really interesting. I was looking through decks. Most decks don't have good targets for this. Like, they have a few that are solid, like their main attackers. Like I'll look through the 5 most recent tournament or decks that are unique that won tournaments in Japan, and take a look at how many good targets there are here. So here with Charizard EX, you have Charizard EX really being the only good target. The next ones up that are okay, I guess, are Pidgeot EX, Dusknoir, Fezandipiti EX, which aren't super good attacks. And Charizard EX is like solid, but it's not absolutely insane. Charizard EX is good because of its attack, its ability, its HP, all the things. Not just its attack. Then you have Raging Bolt EX. Theoretically, you could get value here as compared Raging Bolt EX to Mewtwo EX. Also, I'll say with the Mewtwo EX, it's you discard up to 2 energy from your bench Pokemon. Does 60 more for each card discarded in this way. So discarding the special Team Rocket's energy will only be 1. So keep that in mind. But and so you want to be playing basic energy. But then Raging Bolt EX here, you could kind of copy and get some damage out of. You could get a little damage out of Team Sogarpon EX, and the rest is not very good. Like Rhydon. Latias EX. Latias EX is decent as an attacker to copy, not great. And then Fezandipiti EX again, but these aren't great options. A Caledon EX, copying a Caledon EX is solid, and this Zacian EX we see here. And then you're looking at like Fezandipiti EX as the next option. These are only 5 targets, and your opponent wants them in play anyways, so you're probably not going to find them. You have Dragapult EX. You have Dragapult EX as an attacking option. The rest, again, aren't super good. There's some that are okay. And then you look at Gardevoir EX as the last list here. Gardevoir EX, I guess, is an okay attacker. Mew EX, I don't know. I mean, these attackers just aren't great. Lili's Clefairy EX is okay. But you're not really going to be hitting cool things here. It's a really fun card. I don't think it's good enough, but it's really cool. Then you have the Team Rocket's Porygon stuff. Yeah, Team Rocket's Porygon, the Porygon Z, or no, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z have the same attack, though it's only 2 in the stage 2, 3 in the stage 1. It's called Control R. It does 20 damage for each supporter, and you're discarded with Rockets in its name, or Team Rocket in its name. So this will be theoretically up to 240. This is kind of like Mad Party or United Wings, which aren't super, were never super good, except they're like evolutions. So this is definitely worse. And then you have the ability on Team Rocket's Porygon Z, which is discard 2, draw 1. I don't think this is good enough at all. It's Reconstitute. We saw Reconstitute on Articuno, Galarian Articuno V, which was not very good. I mean, discard 2, draw 1 just isn't very good. Yes, it technically has synergy with the Rocket supporter stuff. I don't think this is good enough, though, like at all. I think it's quite bad. I think the Team Rocket's Mewtwo has some potential, and Team Rocket's Persian EX is kind of cool. The rest seem kind of bad, but the trainers seem really interesting. If we get good Pokemon, this could be really strong. And as I said, I think we'll see some more Pokemon. Even if we see some decent Pokemon or another supporter, this could be kind of insane and maybe even splashable in different decks, which I think where it has its most potential. A searchable Gust, the card that searches Gust or Draw support, is interesting. So we'll see where this ends up. But tell me down below what you think about these cards. They're pretty cool. I'm excited to see that we could see even like twice as many as this by the end of this, and I don't think we're going to see another trainer in the Glory Team Rocket set. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Consider liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, joining the channel, all that good stuff. And as I was excited to see you in the next video.